I think comparing losses is usually very, very unwise. I think if you've had an exact parallel situation, let's say that you've both been married, the person you're dealing with and you're relating to their loss, about the same period of time, you lost your spouse in an accident, they lost their spouse in an accident. Maybe it's comparing apples and apples then, but even then, it's going to be different. Who has what support system? Where was that marriage at? Does the other person have certain regrets I don't have? Was my marriage weaker or stronger than their marriage? How dependent was the other person on their spouse? That's in the most comparable situation. But what often happens is that people end up comparing not apples and apples, but apples and oranges, because they say, oh yeah, I know what loss is like. You lost your child. Well, I lost my mother. Well, maybe I lost my mother at age 80. Maybe she had lived a long and productive life. And the loss of a parent, serious as it is, for one who is an adult to lose your parent is not the same as losing a child. It might be a little more comparable if indeed you were a child when you lost your parent. Even then it's different, but at least there would be a more intense grief. So I think what we need to do when we're trying to encourage or comfort somebody when they're in grief is to listen, be silent, ask some questions to try to understand what that other person is going through. But more than anything else, like Job and his comforters, whose friends were comforters, Scripture tells us, and we often miss this, that for 1 week they were silent. And then actually they started getting into trouble when they opened their mouths. Because sometimes when you open your mouth, you start casting blame, making accusations, and saying the wrong things. Better to say nothing, but say nothing while being there and putting your arms around them. Because some people, they say nothing all right, but that's because they withdraw. And that's never a solution.